skin is glowing, my energy is flowing, confidence growing, glow up is loading. When I look in the mirror, I see everything.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nicki. I'm so glad you could join us. If you are a returning subscriber, I wanted to give you guys a little announcement. If you notice, I have changed the name. So the name is no longer Glowing and Growing with Button. As you guys know, once you divorce, it's really hard for you to, well, it's not hard, but there's some things that you have to do. And some of that is name changes, right? So if you're familiar with the divorce process, you already know. So, Cute as a Button used to be my old Instagram name, and it was actually a nickname that my ex-husband gave me, and I just feel like I'm no longer in that space. And since I have changed my Instagram to, you know, Nicki and all of my other socials, I just feel like it was appropriate to change my YouTube name to something that was more appropriate and something that fit me. So the name of the channel is now Life with Naturally Nicki. So yeah, everyone, welcome to Life with Naturally Nicki. I'm so glad you can join me. So today's video, are you a divorced or single mom who's looking to thrive in your new role? Then this video is for you. We're going to talk about tips that you need to be successful as a single mom, all right? So tip number one, take care of yourself. I know you hear self-care, 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 and it's like, how on earth am I going to do self-care? Well, what self-care looks like is, you know, exercising, eating healthy. For some of you, eating period. Like, how many times have you gone through the day and you did not eat because you're like, oh, I have to do this, and this. Like, you got to take care of yourself before you can take care of others. It's just like when you're on the airplane and they tell you, if ever there's an emergency, put your own oxygen mask on and then go help somebody else. You can't help somebody if you're not helping yourself. So you also need to be doing things that bring you joy and things that make you genuinely happy. Taking care of yourself will give you the energy and strength so that you can be the best mom that you can possibly be. And I promise you, your kids will thank you for it. All right. Step number two, you need to build a support network. I remember when I was first going through divorce, I was feeling kind of ashamed. So I was like, I didn't want to talk to people about what was going on. And I didn't want to talk to anybody. And I just had this whole negative mindset, like, I didn't have any family around who was close to me. I didn't have anybody to talk to. I didn't have this. And that whole negative mindset really kept me, I feel like, in space longer than I actually needed to be there. So if you don't have a community or something, you can build one. You can join one, right? So don't be afraid to reach out to other moms or single moms in your community. And also don't be afraid to join. There's plenty of groups online that you can join their groups so that you can feel like you have a sense of community and a sense of belonging. All right. Having a strong support network will not only, you know, provide you with emotional support, but you can seek out advice and, again, have a sense of belonging. But not only that, you don't have to go through anything alone. Like, we're here to help. There's other people who have gone through the same thing that you've been through. Like, you're not the first, you're not the last. Don't be ashamed, because it's okay. We all need each other, or we all need someone in order to grow. So, yeah. Tip number three, make sure that you set realistic goals. All right. So this has to be, you know, goals that are achievable and honestly realistic for whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, but that also align with your priorities in life. So whether that's you going back to school to further your education, and whether that's you advancing your career, whatever that looks like to you, you just need to make sure that they are achievable goals. I spoke about SMART goals in the one of my previous videos. I did talk about SMART goals, and I think I talked about it in regards to like me doing YouTube and what my goals were as a creator. But I also have goals for myself as a mom. You know, like one of them is going to be, you know, the goal for me to create a stable home environment for my kids. I also went into depth with you guys already about how it was really difficult for me to like just get myself together, to be the best self for my kids, like as far as taking care of the household, getting them to and from school, making sure that, you know, laundry is done, cooking was done, lunches and stuff were packed and stuff like that. It was difficult for me to set that routine, but once I did get it into practice, I feel like I'm definitely thriving and I can help others, right? That's what you do. When you find something that you're able to do well, you pay it forward. It may not be 100% perfect, but it's like it can help someone. And I just feel like that's what, you know, this is all about. That's what we're intending to do. Each one teach one, help somebody. I will link the full in-depth SMART goal that I have for my household in the description, just in case you're you know, curious to see exactly what it looks like or what I'm trying to say in depth. All right. So tip number 4, seek financial independence. Now, this is going to be a kicker, especially if you're new to divorce, because now you have to go through, you know, everything like for yourself. You got to really sit down and create a budget and see what is going out, what's coming back in. You need to see, all right, if this is coming in, how am I going to manage my house, kids activities, shopping, food shopping, you know, clothing, stuff that you or, you know, your lifestyle provides that are non-negotiables for you, like appearance, upkeep. Like, do you have a child who needs a haircut, or a young lady who wants to get her nails done? Like, all of those now come into consideration, and you need to know. Financial security is not only crucial for you, but it's crucial for like the future of your children. All right. So, yeah, after you create your budget, try your best to save. Try your best to save, even if it's just a little bit. I'm not telling you have to save your entire paycheck. You have to save hundreds and thousands of dollars at a time, because, like, let's be realistic. A lot of us don't have that, especially as single moms. But save what you can and how you can, and make sure you put it someplace where you can't get to it. You could get to it if you need it in an emergency, but on a regular, you know, you can't get to it. I'm a person, I'll be 100% transparent with you. I have an online savings that I cannot get to, because a lot of the times I had a difficult time, you know, discerning between what was an emergency or what was something I absolutely could not deal without or live without, versus something that I actually needed. Wants versus needs, it looks different to everyone, and I had to sit down and face some hard truths. All right, so once I faced those hard truths, I made my list of what is a want versus what is a need. You know, you'll see how much money you have coming in, how much going out in regards to your regular bills, but then you'll also be able to discern, do I need to explore other opportunities to make money so that I can keep this lifestyle up, or if I need to just save, or whatever it is that aligns with your goals. All right. So having financial independence is not only, you know, giving you a peace of mind, but it's also going to, you know, cause less stress in your life, right? You won't be surprised when certain bills or certain expenses come up, because you've already made steps to prepare on how you're going to deal with it ahead of time. And being a single mom, you already have to be a step ahead, all right? And we all know that. That's something that we're not, you know, that's not unfamiliar to all of us. Tip number 5. Now, this might be an emotional trigger for some of us, or whatever, or maybe it's just me. Let me stop putting my business out there. But practice good communication. Co-parenting can be a struggle. It could be challenging, all right? But communication is key. Along with communication being key, boundaries. Boundaries are definitely key when it comes to co-parenting, all right? So keep an open and honest communication line of communication with your ex-partner, always focusing on the best for the child or children. All right, I'm gonna say that again for the people in the back, because this was something that a lot of the times me and my ex-spouse used to bump heads with. But the only time I feel like we were bumping heads is because we were not keeping the well-being on the children. We had our own egos and stuff getting in the way, and that ain't how to do it. Right? Remember to stay calm and respectful, even in the most difficult situations. And honestly, if you feel like that you can't do that at the moment, then it's not the time to talk, and it's totally okay. There was times in the beginning that me and my ex were not able to speak. We were not on speaking terms, because both of us were very disrespectful. Both of us had our own egos and stuff going on. And like I said, Now is not the time for that, because we have children and we have stuff that we actually need to talk about, decisions that need to be made. So it's not the time for us to be going tit for tat about who did what, because nobody cares. Like, all of that stuff is done. We're talking strictly about Lil BB and CC, all right? Of course, I'm just throwing out names, right? So in addition to that, like I said, that is something that has to be learned. Like, you both have to learn how to speak to one another now that you're in this new type of relationship, but not a relationship, but you get what I'm saying, this parentship. And yeah. Another thing, when we weren't on speaking terms, I personally found that sending a text or an email worked wonders for me, because I was able to stick to directly what was going on, what was the issue, what I needed. And that was that. Like, I didn't have to worry about waiting for somebody to cut me off when I'm trying to get my point across or whatever. Stick to the facts, stick to, hey, Tuesday is dance class for BB. Are you going to be able to take them? Yes or no? Or, I know it's your weekend, or I know it's my weekend. However, I can't make it. Is it all right if we switch? Da-da-da. Keep it clear, keep it concise, keep it to the point, keep it about the kids. Now, I don't know if you needed me to be your auntie, your cousin, your big sister, or whatever you needed me to be to give you that advice. Now is not the time to sit there and talk about the shoulda, coulda, wouldas about your relationship, because it's over. Let's move on. We're only focused about the kid. And if you find that your ex-spouse or ex-person, if you find that your ex-spouse or your ex-person is having a difficult time whenever you guys are talking about what y'all supposed to be doing for the kids and the betterment of the kids situation, and they want to keep reverting back to what was going on in your relationship, you can simply just, excuse me, I understand that you're asking me a question. However, let's get through, revert it back to the kids. You could do that in an easy, respectful way. That's not, and if you, like I said, if it's somebody who just refuses to listen, paper trail. Keep it to texts and emails, and you can't go wrong. Remember, just because you're a divorced single mom does not mean that you can't thrive and be successful, all right? Let me know in the comments below if you found these tips helpful, or if you're already currently working on them. Tell me which ones you're struggling with. Let's have an open conversation. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you who are looking to build a network or join a support group, make sure that you check out my Patreon. The title of it is Single Moms Thriving Naturally, of course. All right. So I will link it in the description, and yeah, make sure you join us over there on Patreon. Also, follow me on social media. And if you did not do so already, make sure that you subscribe, like, and share this video to other divorced single moms, or just single moms who are looking for some guidance and some encouragement. All right, I love you guys for watching as always. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Continue to keep thriving. Bye.